Mr. Boo.
Hey everybody on YouTube, it is I, Mr. Boo, Entertainment Guru, your Entertainment Guru right here on YouTube. Now, this is an unofficial walk and talk. This will have nothing to do with walk and talk, won't go up on my list, but this is more of a follow-up to the release of the trailer, the video I did yesterday for Assassin's Creed Shadows, and what I had learned after the trailer had dropped and I had reviewed it, watched it with you guys, told you my thoughts, shared my excitement. My excitement kind of got overshadowed with, nasty subjects about the game and just in general about humanity, and like we're living in a society, people. I talked to my wife about it, and now I've decided that while I'm walking to the store, I just can't hold it in anymore. I gotta talk to you, so let's get into it. Assassin's Creed Shadows is the next Assassin's Creed game coming from Ubisoft in November of this year, and it deals with two protagonists. One, the supposed daughter of an actual Japanese shinobi, like the creator of Shinobi, the creator of everything ninja, basically. And she's Japanese and she's a woman, and that's all great. That's all good and gravy. No one's talking about that. No one's talking about that, which is something else that I find weird because I've looked at other videos and other comments by certain creators. I will not say their names. I'm not out to get anyone. I do not approve of cancel culture. But I was in shock and awe because the other character is the one they're talking about. And that is the legendary Black Samurai, Yasuke. Now, not a lot is known about Yasuke. And we have our doubts, I guess. Many, many, many people apparently have their doubts about Yasuke and whether he was just simply a servant or a slave, and never made it to being a samurai. And my thing with that is, we don't know. We just know that we've been told through history that this guy from southern Africa came over on a Portuguese ship to Japan, was under the servitude of this other feudal lord guy, the samurai. I can't remember his name right now. But we have heard tales throughout my entire life. I love history. I've heard tales of this. Heck, I've seen animes, newest one being, I think his name is Asuke, on Netflix, and it's called Asuke. But also back in the day, the anime Afro Samurai. This has been a myth, a legend, and that dog is not happy either. See? Why? Why is the dog not happy? Probably for the same reasons I am. Because yes. Sorry. But I'd be barking too. And this is my video where I am barking back at a lot of our supposed society, our supposed humanity for one another. Because why is he such a hot topic? For the wrong reasons. And you can comment down below. I'll get the whole thing out of the way right now. You know what to do, like, subscribe, all that. Comment down below if you think I'm being too sensitive, oversensitive, overdramatic, or if I have a right to feel this way. Like I said, we're living in a society, so why am I going online, seeing videos that, oh my god, Ubisoft did it again, Ubisoft's so woke, this game's gonna die in the water because you put a black samurai in it. What does it matter? There's some truth behind this. There's some legend behind this guy who came over on a ship from Portugal who was from South Africa. I'm seeing comments like, ooh, can't wait for the next one based in Africa where there's a white man playing the protagonist. Here's the thing, they take things out of history and they pull them out, okay? And for some of these same people that are bashing the fact that you're an African American who is known in history in some way, shape, or form, even the littlest bit that we know about him. Okay, maybe he wasn't actually a samurai, but the way that I think is he obviously, yes, the guy who had him in servitude was fascinated with him because of the color of his skin. So he was fascinated by him. But see, this is a new world for him, like being in Japan. And we don't know. Because the way that I put it was maybe there was a fascination there, but also maybe there was respect built up. Maybe they saw that he was a human being, unlike a lot of these comments who are just focusing on the color of his skin and getting so pissed off. We're playing as a Japanese woman. We're playing as somebody who is in the lore of Japanese history, whether we know a lot about him or not. Like, seriously, to me, I thought it was the coolest thing ever. And these same people, like I forgot to finish that, these same people are dissing other Ubisoft games such as Star Wars Outlaws. And all I'm seeing on their thumbnails is the fake woke thing. And, I feel like that is just a saying. Like when you say, oh, something's so woke or something's so fake woke or blah, blah, blah. That is, okay, fake woke. That is people trying to be something they're not. Trying to get in to an organization or show that they love an organization when they really don't. That's the same as someone rocking a Nirvana shirt here in 2024, but had never heard them back in the 90s. You're being fake. I get that. Fake woke. But I don't like the term woke because I feel like that's just a term a lot of people, a lot of Caucasians most of the time use to justify hating on the fact that someone's pushing a woman or pushing somebody who is gay or trans or of a different skin color or race completely. I feel like that is just an easy way of being like, well, I don't like this, but I can't say those slurs in my head that I want to say, or I can't sit there and say that women don't deserve this, so I'm going to say it's woke. Again, comment down below if you agree with me. I just, 2024, why are we still dealing with situations where people are offended at a fictional video game? Yes, based in reality. Assassin's Creed always has been, but hey guys, the people griping about this poor African American character saying he's woke and they're just doing it to appropriate. Hey, there was some history there and they're going with it, and it's good history to fill in a video game because it's fantasy. Like, we don't know a lot about him. We know he came on a boat with Portuguese people from South Africa. He's in legend. He's on artwork. He's in scrolls. So what if he was never a samurai? He existed, and Ubisoft is taking and running with that story. So what is it of your concern? Don't play the game if you don't want to play a black man. Sorry, but saying that it's woke is just, you're just saying you hate whatever it is that you think is woke. You're just saying that you hate that there's a female main character, or that the female main character is gay, or that the female character is transgender, or that, oh my god, we're going to Japan finally, but oh man, there's a black guy. Stop your whining and complaining. Like, we have come so far. Why are we circling back around all the hate? Like, seriously. It's in Japanese history. It's something they could easily run with. It's fantasy based on reality. Like, seriously, the DLC for, what was it, Assassin's Creed 3? Yeah, okay, cool. We're in, America. We're in half Native American, half Caucasian. Connor, and I can't say his Indian name, so I love Native Americans, but that is a name that I cannot pronounce, and I will not disrespect that by trying to say it. But what I'm saying is, in the DLC, it was like, well, what if George Washington decided he wanted to be English or British, and he was King Washington? And what about the fact of, like, some of these people throughout all these histories being Templars or the Order or Assassins. They didn't exist. Pieces of Eden didn't exist. And then what about the newest ones, the RPGs, Origins, Valhalla, Odyssey, dealing with like taking on actual godlike characters and figures and bringing mythos into it and bringing all this stuff in, like, oh, now you can battle Anubis and blah blah blah. Dude, guys, I'm gonna end this here shortly as I'm just now wandering the streets in anger. We're living in a society. You don't want the video game, don't play it. I think I would be more upset at the prices of the different versions of the game than I would what skin color a character is going to be, or what race a character is going to be, or if he's going to be gay, or if she's going to be gay, or if it's going to empower women and you don't like that. I think I'd be more worried about the fact that they're just trying to milk us for everything we got when we're hardworking Americans. We're all Americans. We're all humans. We're all hardworking for the most part. We all struggle through life, and if you prick us, do we not bleed the same gosh darn color? I don't think if you went to Yasuki and you pricked him with a pen, he would bleed blue. Unless he was a St. Louis Blues fan. We all bleed red. We're all the same on the inside. We're all human. I'm just sick of it. It's like you will find any reason to use the term woke just to cover up the real words that you're wanting to say, the real issues you're wanting to get down with. You don't even have to play with them. I've watched the Ubisoft character thing on both of them, and guess what? They had an actual Japanese historian there, and she was talking about Yasuki as well. And everyone admits there's not a lot known about this guy, but it's a fictional game. Fictional. And you know what? I think it brings strides to the game because we have had a side character in DLC with Black Flag who was a slave, who the whole thing was to free slaves. Everyone loved him. What was it, Alloway or Attaway or whatever? Everyone praised that one because Black Flag was like the number one really good one. Nobody cared that because we had Edward Kenway, right? We had a white guy. We had a pirate. So now the DLC is fine. It wasn't like he was focused mainly in the game. And then we had like one of the lower budget games come out. It was like, what, Liberation? And it had to do with the first woman. Okay, the first woman, and I love that. I actually have her character figurine. I finally got it. But she was from Louisiana. She was a person of color. Seemed like that one went over well. Now these games are years old. What has changed in the past years to now on 2024 where we have the whole, I don't even know. Everything's a problem. There's Jewish hate. Racism's back. Like, everyone's claiming things are just too woke for them when really it's just a way to do, it's another form of hate speech, and I don't like it. I mean, does it matter if one of our main protagonists, who officially is in the history books as at least existing and being in Japan, gets a little fantasy tale told about him in a video game? We've never had an African American male who was playable as a main character, just that DLC, and when we had the woman from Liberation. What's the deal? Why does it matter? Are you a history buff? Are you a historian? Because if you are, there were things in the other Assassin's Creeds that were twisted and were done in a way. Like, come on. Seriously? Do you believe in the Animus? Do you believe in the aliens that were here prior to Adam and Eve? Are you you know, what's going on? Like, it even says when it starts, every Ubisoft Assassin's Creed title. And I hate this because you shouldn't have to apologize. Comedians have to apologize before their set now. Everyone has to step on freaking eggshells to not offend anyone these days. And so they put up the warning that this game has been made and is based on many different religious aspects. Many different races, many different sexes, many different cultures. A vast team of people made this game And this game has and will feature a vast team of people. And guess what? We're all people. So the comments are just terrible on a lot of these videos. So like I went and I was like, okay, there's no way that no one's bashing this one guy who literally said that Ubisoft did it again and Assassin's Creed Shadows is dead because it's woke. And just, he went on, and it's like, the more he went on, the more I realized that this man is secretly holding some sort of racist passion inside. And I was like, surely no one's on board with this. I shouldn't have looked at the comments because people are on board with what he's saying. And it's like, what does it matter? Don't buy the game. Don't even talk about the game, you know? To each their own. Like I said, to each their own. If you believe in Christianity, or if you're Catholic, or if you want to be the devil worshiper, as long as you're not pushing it on me or treating me any different, it doesn't matter. I don't care what you do behind closed doors. I don't care if you're hating on different races or if you stand with like what the Nazis did. As long as you keep it behind doors and you don't ruin people's lives with it, you don't speak out with it, hey, to each their own. I don't care who you are, what you are, or anything. But when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, we are all the same. We are all human beings, and we just need to all get along to the best of our abilities. Like, if you have a problem, don't publicly go out with it. Because here's the thing, I did take offense to his video, but I'm not into cancel culture. I did report it because I felt like it was getting a bunch of people on board with a cause that was just wrong. So Ubisoft, I'm very happy you went with Yusuke. I was hoping that. I know at first it was supposed to be him and his master that I guess people were speculating or coming up with. And now it's him and a shinobi, and that's cool because you got, like, the one guy in the trailer, like I said, was stuck between a shinobi and a samurai, a rock and a hard place. Just, yeah, tell me in the comments down below, am I right in feeling like people just used this fictional game based on a somewhat real character that we know a little bit about? I mean, it's easier to make up stories about someone who doesn't have an extensive past than it is to change, you know, their past altogether, like George Washington becoming a king and not a president. They're video games, okay? There were no aliens that came down before Adam and Eve. There are no pieces of Eden. There are no Templars or Assassins. And guess what? We don't store history in our blood. Okay, there's no animuses. There's nothing of that nature. So why hate on him because he's African American? Why try to cover it up with, oh, I'm mad, I just wanted it to be feudal Japan and they could have had him in there without him being a main character, and oh, he was never a samurai, he was nothing more than a slave or a servant, and blah blah blah, and it's all blown out of proportion, and Ubisoft is just woke, and Ubisoft is just pushing it because, hey, they want all the African Americans to love them, and all the gays and all the women, and you got something wrong with you. Like, one of them even said, and this is the thing, like, people aren't even educated. One of the comments was so hateful as I end this video. One of the comments was so hateful that it went into saying a demographic of only 12% think that they're so much more special than everyone else. No one's more special than anyone else. And I hate to tell you, but I've seen shows and documentaries and stuff. People are getting with people of other races. People are loving each other because they're all human beings and they don't care. They find something in that person and they love that person for who they are, flaws and all. And honestly, I don't think really a lot of us are even 100% Caucasian anymore. And we shouldn't even be saying these terms like Caucasian, African American, Asian, Jewish. That's hate. I'm sorry. That's hate. We should just be people. We should just be humans. And we should just be gamers who, if we don't like something, we don't spend our money on it, and we don't waste our time being hateful towards it. Like, please, comment down below, like, and if you see these videos, watch them. Give me an opinion. Like, I just feel so bad that people can't accept things they don't like and then try to say, oh, it's woke. You're just secretly saying, racial slurs. That's all it is. You're just against women, women's rights, people of color. Like, come on, you're just using any excuse you can. Like I said, if you need to gripe about the game being another really big one. Like, it's going to take you forever to play while you're trying to work your full-time job, or maybe while working your full-time job, you just can't afford the edition you want because they hike the prices up so much between the editions. Gripe about stuff like that. Who cares about inclusivity and uninclusivity and what you think is right and what you think is wrong? You know what? At the end of the day, no one's right, no one's wrong. We're all in the same even playing field. We're all humans. We all bleed the same. We're all made the same. I don't care who you are or what you believe in. Just leave that stuff at home. At the end of the day, if you're racist and you come to work and you're working next to someone that you're hateful toward, hey, don't hate on them. They're your coworker at the moment. They're another person, another human being, just trying to make a living. And if there's a movie that's trying to be, as you quote, woke, don't watch it. A video game, don't buy it. It's 2024, people. Where's the love? Where's the peace? We got wars going on between, Russia and Ukraine. We've got people hating on each other all throughout America. Now we've got people in America getting involved in this Hamas situation where they're walking out on Jerry Seinfeld because he's Jewish. They're protesting in the streets. You're here. You're American now. I understand your passion and your feeling for your country and stuff, and I get that. But we don't need to focus on who's right or wrong. We need to focus on ending that stuff, ending wars, ending battles, ending hate. And I just thought, when I see these videos and I see these comments, that it's just stirring up unnecessary hate for all the wrong reasons. So I'm excited about Assassin's Creed Shadows. How about you? Let me know in the comments down below. Am I right? Am I wrong? How do you feel? Am I overreacting? I'm not trying to get anyone canceled. I don't believe in that either. It was all freedom of speech on his part. I was just very taken back by it and had to talk to someone. Who cares? Fictional game based on an ounce of, reality. The man existed, so why wouldn't he be in the game? Why wouldn't they try to run with it? Why wouldn't they try to make an awesome story depicting him? You can also play as an authentic Japanese shinobi, played by a Japanese character, and he is also played by an African-American character. But I'm here now, and I'm just going to keep ranting because I'm so passionate about stopping the hate, stopping racism, stopping stereotypes, and hating on things because you don't believe in them, and then just putting the word woke behind it. Look, movements have been happening for so long in America, and it's almost like starting in 2020, everything slowed down, and now 2024, everything's back to how it was. We gotta change, people. We gotta change. And I, for one, am gonna play the hell out of Yasuki and the hell out of the, I can't pronounce her name right now, I can't even remember it. I'm gonna play the hell out of Assassin's Creed Shadows with both characters. And I'm gonna enjoy it for the story, for the environment, for the gameplay, everything that I do love about Assassin's Creed. And if there's something I don't like about it, I'm gonna talk about it. But it's not gonna be about the guy's race, religion, sexuality, or skin color. Because that's just not right. But anyway, I've been Mr. Boo Entertainment Guru, and this has literally just been a rant on the fact that I was very taken back by the hate that this game is getting for the fact of, like, one of the characters being African American. And one of these characters being someone who actually existed, and people are still attacking him for who he is. I don't care if he ever became a samurai. In the game, he's going to be a samurai, and it's going to be awesome. I don't care if one of the Portuguese guys ever went in and got to learn how to be a samurai. It doesn't bother me. What bothers me is the fact that people are hating. So, I'm Mr. Boo Entertainment Guru, and don't be hating. And as George Costanza says, we're living in a society, people. All right. I'll talk to you in the next video. Please comment down below. Be passionate. Tell me what you think. And if you think I'm wrong, talk to me. I'm not, like I said, I don't care what your beliefs are. We're all people. Comment down below and I'll talk to you. I'll talk at you. But I had to get this off my chest because it's just wow. 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 So, Mr. Blue Entertainment Guru. And I'm out.